Hey guys, Christina here. I am making a really easy dinner and I thought I would show you real quick because my friend Penny Parks, I'm going to tag her, or maybe not. People are very weird about tagging and stuff, so I'll just mention to her that I gave her a shout out. But my friend Penny in Mexico told me about this recipe, or just something that she always does with her tomatoes, and I've never done it, and I don't know why. It's like the easiest thing ever. I'm looking for where are my small, hold on guys, I'm coming. Wait for some of you guys to get on. Hi everyone. Where are my small tongs? Oh, there they are. Nope, that's not it either. Lord help me. Oh well. That's what happens when you live in a house built in 1938. Your kitchen's kind of small, so until you can get it redone, you have tool turnabouts with all your tools in them. Yay! Okay, so what I did was, let's use these tonight. We don't sell these anymore. Look, there's some Pamperedchef.biz out there, and they will be quick to tell you stuff. So real quick, I'm going to do a little disclaimer, okay? These, I don't think we sell them anymore, so I'm sorry. But I'm going to use them real quick, okay? So in this pan, I have some zucchini. I just used my veggie strip maker. You could totally use the spiralizer. But I am all packed up for my party tomorrow night, so it's in the car. And then I put in a little bit of garlic infused canola oil. So that's in the pan right now. I'm going to do the other two in just a second. But I wanted to show you over here what I've done. I roasted some tomatoes and some garlic. All different types of tomatoes and then a few cloves of garlic. I roasted them in the oven, you guys. So 400 degrees for 20 minutes. There's a lot of juice in here. Hold on. And I tossed them with some oil. And then where's my paper towel? I tossed them in some oil, and I also put in there some sweet basil rub from Pamperedchef. And I just roasted them for like 25 minutes. And they were all different types of tomatoes. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking the tomatoes and the garlic off of, that was the small rock crock rollstone, by the way. And it was new this season. It's a great little pan. It'll fit in your toaster oven too. Goes in the oven, the microwave, the dishwasher, the stovetop, on the grill, which is obviously a great place for it. When you go camping, you have like a little hot plate. So yeah, all those places. So I'm just putting it into our manual food processor. Let me get it all in here. And I'm just going to process it. And I'm going to add some fresh basil from my garden. So these tomatoes, I like to freeze stuff, so no judging. I actually had these tomatoes in my freezer. I just threw them in there in a Ziploc bag whole. And I froze them. So I took them out yesterday and I let them defrost. And then I just threw them in a bowl with some oil, some garlic, some sweet basil rub, and then there you have it, 20 minutes later. So I'm going to do this zucchini, get it in the pan real quick. So I love zucchini linguini. It's so easy. I eat it all the time. So you just go all the way down to the seeds with the veggie strip maker. Make sure not to grab your fingers. It is nylon, but it's still sharp, okay? Alright. So just go all the way down to the seeds. Do this guy. So what do you guys have for dinner tonight, or are you eating? There's not a lot of you on here tonight. I'm sure you'll all watch it later. I'll share it. And then I'm going to add fresh basil at the end, okay? So here we go. So our zucchini. So this is just 2 zucchini so far. I have one more. I just have this on medium high. I'm just sauteing it. So you can totally, you could steam your zucchini in your rock crock or your deep cover baker for a couple minutes, not very long. And throw your sauce in there and steam it all together. So this is our casserole rock crock if you're doing like a small portion, or you can use the Dutch oven, which is obviously bigger. Or you can just saute it like I am. I just, you know, sometimes I like to just grab the pan out. Or you can roast it. I mean, you can totally throw it in the oven if you wanted to. So I'm just using the veggie strip maker. This one was a little, like, what's the word? It wasn't straight, so it kind of broke off, but that's okay. All right. Look, you guys, we're almost done. The longest part is just roasting the tomatoes, but I did that earlier and I let it cool. And then all you have to do is just shred up your zucchini. Throw it all in here. So this is actually going to be like a few meals for me. So this is really cool because I'm cooking once and I'm going to eat like 2 or 3 times. All right. You know what I did forget? My herb mill is in the car too. Oh well. I'll just throw it in with the tomatoes in just a second. Just chop them up. You guys, so that's the fresh tomato sauce. So all I had on there was tomatoes, some olive oil, some whole cloves of garlic. Oh look, there's a whole, whatever. Some whole cloves of garlic. You could totally use a bigger pan, obviously, and add like onions and bell peppers and whatever you want. Jalapenos, whatever you want to add to your sauce. And then I just threw it in the manual food processor. I'm just gonna do a knife with my basil. And I just chopped it up. Doesn't that look delicious? Yes. Oh, I did add a little bit of salt and pepper and to the tomatoes before I roasted them, and the sweet basil rub that I talked about earlier. Okay, that is all done. Let me move this out of the way. And get my basil in there. Throw this out. I love these mats, you guys. They're so easy to clean up. Rinse that off. Okay, so my basil. So I have some fresh basil from my garden. Doesn't it look yum? So we have a new herb mill. You can just totally use the herb mill and it'll process it all at once. It's pretty cool. You just throw it in there and it comes out the other end totally shredded up. I'm just going to do a rough knife right through. You're not supposed to use metal. Totally using metal. Speaking of metal, you guys, be sure when you're using the ice cream maker, you don't put metal on the walls of the ice cream maker. So you could totally scoop out your ice cream with your ice cream scooper, but don't let that ice cream scooper touch the side of the walls. It'll scratch it. Okay, just a little side note, in case you were wondering. You're welcome for that little tidbit of information. Oh my gosh, you guys, this looks so delicious. So I'm just gonna add this basil. You always wanna add the basil at the end. Keeps it nice and fresh. Oh, my husband's home. He won't eat this though. It's all for me. Okay, you guys, this is all done. It looks so good. So hungry. Just gonna let it cook for just a few more minutes. You don't want it to cook too long because it will become mushy. You don't want that. All right, guys, that is dinner. Let me show you real quick. I'm gonna turn this around. You could totally put cheese in here if you want to. Doesn't it look delicious? So I am making like kind of like a version of this tomorrow night at my party with at Lane and Moira. I can't say her name. Moira. I don't know. I'll figure it out by tomorrow. I'm making this kind of like a version of this tomorrow night with grilled chicken. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.